Welcome to the Black and White Table Talk, real talk behind the whistle. Today, I'm really excited. I'm sitting here with Chase Cross, former men's basketball player, volleyball player. Did you play basketball?
No.
Volleyball.
I played upward 1 year. I was not good. I would carry the ball, catch. I was not good.
Have you thought about crossing? Well, we'll get into that.
Okay.
But we're here with Chase, former volleyball player at Reinhardt. Great program. Now 2 years into officiating, Chase.
Yep.
So a new official. So we're going to talk to him about how it was for him to transition into volleyball, officiating from being a player, and what kind of keeps him in the game, and how we can actually recruit more of his playing cohorts because we need them. So welcome, Chase. Glad to have you.
Glad to be here.
You are actually you are part of my volleyball family, and I consider you a friend. So I am excited to have you here. I just want to let you do most of the talking about. Introduce yourself to us. And let's know a little bit about you.
So I'm Chase. I was born in Orlando. I moved to Georgia, third grade. I started playing basketball. I started doing swimming, basketball, football. And eventually I got into volleyball because my sister played and my mom would drag me to practices. So I was very reluctant to go. I did not want to go. I'd go crying because my friends would make fun of me. Oh, you're playing volleyball, all that kind of stuff.
It's now one of the better decisions.
Yeah. Right.
Sibling, like that tangent there.
Uh-huh. So I met a whole bunch of people doing that. I loved it. And then I started playing up at A5. So I traveled from Warner Robins to A5 every, I think, twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah. Then...
was that A5 South? Or
so at first it was A5 Pure at Southern Volleyball Center, that old building.
Yeah.
Then it became A5 South. But during A5 South, a few of my teammates were caught doing some things they weren't supposed to be doing, so we got disbanded.
The boys program did.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways, after that I played high school. This one's high school.
What is that?
So yeah,
Where is this from?
Veterans High School.
Oh, wow.
My friend designed this.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And you went to Veterans
Yes, sir.
and played all 4 years in high school.
Yep.
And then you,
Went to college. This one is college.
can we see that one too?
Yeah. So I went to college and played for my first 2 years with CJ. He's now at Life. So here's college.
Great collegiate programs here in the state of Georgia. Reinhardt.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Then it was Brian. Then it was, and now Tessa. She's still there. So
Brian. So Brian Goodhand, is that
Goodhind.
Goodhind. Yeah. Hey, he messed up my name quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, but he was pretty intense, huh?
Yeah.
He's recent. Well, he passed away, Chase. God rest his soul. He passed away, what, 3 or 4 years ago, was it?
I think 3 now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I remember, officiating there, and he was just super intense, right? Okay, but wait, before we go there, continue to tell us. Well, you played in college, and then so tell me a little bit how you started officiating. Like, what made you want to do that?
So during club, you junior officiate, you do line judging, score keep, second referee, and I was the referee or official of the team. I always wanted to do.
Always wanted to down ref.
I always wanted to down ref, line judge, whatever it was.
You just wanted to officiate, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember going on Amazon and looking at the coolest whistles and the loudest whistles and all that.
Really?
Yeah.
While you were, seriously, you actually wanted?
Yeah.
Wow. So you wanted to do that, which is rare, right? Because
nobody else on my team wanted to do it. No one found it interesting, but I did.
Yeah.
So when I see a kid now with a Fox 40 lanyard and a whistle, I'm like, oh, you might actually enjoy doing this. Then I'll ask them and they'll be like, oh, this is my coach's. But some of them actually do.
Okay, so
And,
that's a good tip for us.
Yeah, I was at a Palmetto Region tournament and they were giving out little pins that said ref volleyball, and I took like 20 of them. So whenever I see a good junior official, I give it to them.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, and I am so glad that you are doing this. I remember seeing you at you would line judge for some of the women's matches too, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So I remember talking to you, and I think what's the other gentleman? The other, he's coaching now at Emory. Nico. And I remember seeing you and Nico. You guys used to line judge all the time, and I was like, man, if you were like, I love it. I was like, something's got to be, because line judging I think it's the hardest thing. What do you think is the hardest position for us now that you've done them all and you're good at all of them? Let me say that. I believe you have the potential to do whatever you want in this sport as an official.
Thank you.
It's just amazing the pedigree that you have, the number of years that you have playing, first of all, seeing plays, and I think that's what officiating is about, is reps, being uncomfortable. But Chase, man, you are so good after just a couple of years doing this. I want to support you, and I want to push you and pull you and shield you and
I feel it
to you.
and I see it. Everyone sees it. Thank you.
Well, thank you, man. And everybody knows you in our region. And I mean, we're all so, your energy, your willingness to work, to learn, it's just, that's what makes you. And we just love you and we support you. And we just want you to just continue to grow and learn. And if you want to be on an international stage, I feel like I know you have the potential to do it. I feel like you can do whatever you want.
Thank you a lot.
Yeah, man.
And that means a lot coming from someone that's been doing it for 20 plus years.
Oh, man, a long time. But I wanted to talk to you about some of your coaches and now that you are an official, how you feel. I know Brian was so intense, man. I mean, like, and I've had to card him, I've had to sanction him. As you well know, I think you were probably on the team playing.
Oh, I'm sure. I don't remember specifics, but I'm sure.
Yeah. You remember him getting cards, huh?
Yeah, he was intense towards players, coaches, the crowd.
So how did that impact you? Can you share as a player and now as an official?
Yeah, so I like intense coaches, but looking back now as a referee, an intense coach yelling at a referee already has the back of all their players because their players are following their lead. So when a coach starts yelling at me now as a ref, I understand more now, like, when the players start yelling at me, they're doing it from their coach, not necessarily. I don't take it as personal, because I was that player that would get angry at refs, and I thought, all these refs suck, and my coach is always right, and that kind of thing. So it can be tough.
Yeah. So have you had to card players now, or have you carded? Yeah.
Yes.
You have?
Yes. I'm quick to do it more, so now it's my second year and I'm more comfortable.
Yeah.
My first year I was always afraid and scared, but.
So tell me how that first year was. I mean, like, is there something that stands out about it?
I was very timid and afraid. Not of making decisions, just giving cards. And now I feel like I can actually resolve things much quicker.
Yeah, I mean, so typically that yellow card can really mellow things out, right? I mean, hopefully, and, it's interesting, and I don't know if you share this philosophy, but they say, really, hopefully we don't need them. I mean, there's just going to be times where players or coaches are yelling through the net and stuff that, they're responding to, emotionally, that, which we want, right? We want the passion, and we don't want it directed towards an official, right? About a call that we make. Yeah. So one of the great things that you bring is that you bring all that playing experience, knowing, what happens, where this is gonna, you have that ability to predict, right, what's gonna happen almost, right? Anticipate, very well, and know what should be called, when it should be called, with all of the experience, because you played for what, since you were
13, I think. 13,
so
14.
So you played for 10 years, maybe? 10? Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
You played for 10, and now you're officiating for 2. So you've got, 12 years of seeing plays, right? So that ability, hopefully, is going to keep coaches off of you and not have you call things that aren't really happening, right? Do you find that to be true?
Yes, sir. And when coaches start yelling at line judges, I find when the captain comes from the coach saying, that was in, that was out, that was a touch, whatever, the captains are much more understanding of the way I say things and what I saw and what the line judges saw compared to others.
So what do you say? Can I ask you? If a captain's coming over about an in-out call,
I'll say the line judges have been calling good all match. I saw the ball in, they called it in as soon as they saw it, or out, whatever it is. And that's about it. And I don't know, they just seem understanding towards me.
Yeah. So do you overrule line judges a lot?
No, not really, no. I've done it like once, and then that turned into a yellow card situation.
Oh, really?
And the next tournament, that coach came to me and showed me a picture of the ball being out. And I was like, no way, that must be Photoshopped. But
Interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't think much of it.
Yeah, it probably wasn't even the play or something. But, I mean, and it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so, and I think, and this is something that's really interesting, right? I mean, we've got national line judges and, excellent line judges. And I've always wondered, I mean, I'm neither of those. So I very rarely overrule my line judges, unless it's just completely, obvious. And they're like, sometimes players they'll have their flag and they're just like, and they're not even really looking at the line. You know what I mean? The ball lands over here and they're looking at me and I'm like, there's no way you saw that, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we want you to beat the ball to the line. It's such a huge responsibility. You're looking for touches off of blocks first, right? Mm-hmm. And then you're going to your line, whichever line may be, kind of impacted, right? Mm-hmm. Or in the play. So if you're not even looking at the line, I mean, there's a lot sometimes if the ball's way out, you really don't need to look at the line.
Yeah.
But on, close line calls.
I must add, I have only done junior level officiating, so I feel like for higher level juniors and college and all that, it's probably much more intense.
I mean, this is pretty intense.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure some of the matches, and don't slight yourself, Chase. I mean, like, this is, and you've seen some of the best volleyball, and sometimes, no disrespect to teams, but, I mean, these kids are actually D1 players that that are on teams, right? So, and Olympians, right? I mean, we've got Olympians, we've got D1 players, so you've seen some great play. Mm-hmm. And Atlanta has, a couple of 2-3 of the top clubs in the country.
Yeah.
575, Tsunami, A5. I mean, if you're officiating those tournaments, those matches, you're looking at great ball.
Yeah.
So I mean, and it is more intense, And I mean, I also believe that, you know, we've got certified line judges, we've got scorekeepers. You know, there's a lot less, there's a lot more support from our crew, from our team.
Yeah.
You know, that's trained and, you know, professional that are going to help us out making
Yeah.
those decisions too. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, and you're going to see that play. So, we can talk about, you know, moving into college and stuff like that. I mean, I know that's certainly something you want to do. I'm sure you're ready to do. You know, and you're gonna get there.
Yeah.
So I'm hopeful that, you know, you're gonna get your regional patch. Is that what you're going for after
Yes,
2
sir.
years?
Yeah.
In our region, in the southern region, you're going for your regional. Hopefully, you'll be a candidate this year.
Hopefully.
You put your package in, you put everything in, and yeah.
I emailed Mark.
Okay. Well, we
I
got-
was saying more like if it's a tight situation and a line judge is like not paying attention, it's usually more of like a 13, 14-year-old. But
Oh.
when I have had good or better line judges, it's
Oh,
like
okay.
the
So-
power teams that were 17, 18.
Has anything transferred from being a player to being an official for you? Have you any you know?
Rotations, that helps a lot. That's about
So being able to recognize positional faults on the court,
yeah.
yeah, because you always had to be in a particular place.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And recognizing setters and libs,
Yeah.
liberos we call them.
Yeah. Because when you're
you say libero or libero?
Libra,
Okay.
when you're a player, you have to know when the setter's front row or back row. Otherwise, you can get dumped on, or they can attack the ball. So you're always aware.
So what did you play? I know
Outside.
Okay, you're outside. All right. Well, is there something about officiating that surprised you? Like
Yeah. You're not just blowing the whistle and calling in and out. You have to be. You're doing like event management. 50% of it is handling coaches and players and time and stuff like that. I didn't realize how much of it was that.
you just were like you just show up and you just you blow the whistles a few times and that's it, huh?
Yeah, because I came from doing it like for fun, where it's a scrimmage between two familiar teams.
Yeah.
Oh, that was in, that was out.
You know,
Um,
more friendlies, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
but when you go out into the real world, you have to do time management. You have to make friends with people. You have to set expectations for coaches and all that kind of stuff. I remember my first year, I was just nervous to make a mistake. But eventually I made a whole bunch of mistakes that I realized, well, I'm going to make mistakes, so why be nervous? And that's kind of where I've gotten to recently.
Good.
Yeah.
So what is a mistake that you made that, you know, is there one in particular that you're like, hey man, why did I do that?
I've missed back row attacks and back row blocks before. And the feeling of a parent like yelling, that she's back row or they're back row, whatever, it just sits in your mind.
Oh, yeah.
So mistakes like that,
Yeah.
but I can't think of,
Anything super,
no,
yeah.
not yet at least.
What do you do after a tough play, man? How do you reset?
I gotta learn how to breathe better. I start to get like, what's the word that they use? Flustered. And I've learned that breathing really helps.
Yeah, so there's a great book. I'll send you the link to it. It's called Breathe, actually, and this guy talks about how he talks about this is crazy. It's gonna sound crazy. He talks about the origin of breath, like how we actually started becoming air breathing mammals, because from that single organism and stuff like that. If that makes any sense, but your breath is really, really critical.
Yeah.
It's amazing that can center you and start to begin to slow your heart rate and
Yep.
settle you down. So that's a great thing, man. That energy that you have, that youthfulness, that passion that you played with, I know that it translates to you officiating. And I mean, I just can't wait to see you become more mature. You're already a great ref, so I can't wait to see you get even better.
Thank you.
And watch you and just see you on TV. Like, we see all of the, Michelle. And she's just, I mean, it's just, I just can't wait. I mean, I'm just excited for you and to watch your career
Thank you.
just take off, man.
You helped me a lot, so thank you.
I'm here for you. I appreciate that. That makes me feel really good. I love you, and I mean, I'll do anything for you. I'm just so proud that you're a part of our cadre. I don't ever want you to move anywhere out of our region. So don't think about going to another region. Just stay here.
I'm not.
Okay, all right. We'll just definitely, I'm going to stay in touch with you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do whatever I can. And I know everybody in our region is going to do whatever we can to support you and get you to where we want to go and support. So, is there anything that you want to share or kind of, talk about in particular?
If you're nervous to officiate because you're young like me, you're going to be, like he said, you're going to be nervous no matter what. And you're going to make a lot of mistakes, but I found that in the mistakes and studying, and there's going to be a bunch of mentors, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
And you'll get better. I still get nervous, so.
But yeah, we definitely are going to have you back.
I'd love to be back.
I know you've got to go to Louisville, and you were on your way there and just stopped to chat. But, just travel safe.
Yes, sir.
You play tomorrow, right?
Class tomorrow, play Saturday.
Class?
Class at 5.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, man. All right. Busy guy. So, thanks for coming. I'm sure I'll talk to you or text you and see you pretty soon. What do you have after Louisville?
Hopefully I can get scheduled for Sunday day with Club B2.
Nice.
Batteries.
All right. Well, I know I'll see you down the road real soon.
Yeah.
And if there's anything I can do, man, let me know.
Yeah.
We're always here for you. I'm always here for you. So thanks for coming, man.
Of course.
We're on the Black and White Table.
Yep.
We're talking about things that are in the gray. This is Chase Cross, second year official. So happy to have him. We need every angle, every level, every position, everything from everywhere to just get better, to see things better, to be better. So, Chase, you make me better, and I appreciate you. We'll see you next time on the Black and White Table Talk. Thanks for watching.